Alright, so today I'm going to show you guys a tutorial. So I'm going to make several tutorials on some pillow covers for like throw pillows and stuff, but a really cheap and easy way to make pillow forms, because pillow forms are kind of expensive. So I'm going to show you how I make one out of a regular pillow, which is like a really cheap way to do it, especially if you could buy the pillows from Walmart. This one, it's just regular pillow form, and I purchased it at Walmart for $3 and I think 47 cents. So $3.50. I'll get 2 pillow forms out of it, so $1.75 per pillow form is not a bad deal. So I'm going to reset up my camera so you can see what I'm doing, and then we'll start. Okay, so on this pillow form, take your pillow, mark the center, or whatever size you want. So this one I'm going to get 2 different pillow forms for it, but you know, you could do like any size. I've seen long, narrow pillows, so you could cut it this way. You could do 3 smaller pillows or whatever, however you want to do it. But mark the center, and we're going to cut it this and then cut through the batting or the fluff inside of it. But one thing I did do was I kind of smashed that out of the way a little bit so that there is a definite dent in the center of the pillow. And then I drew a line all the way around so that I know where to cut. And I'm just going to cut that with my scissors, regular scissors. And it doesn't have to be perfect because this is a pillow. The inside of your pillow, not the outside. So cut all the way around. And the batting will kind of hold it all together while you get around. And then see that center where I smashed everything down? You can kind of pull it apart, or you can cut it. I'm going to pull it a little bit more. And cut it. Just because it's pretty thick. Because obviously this is the center of the pillow. Maybe my scissors will cut. It looks like they need to be sharpened. And if it's not exactly perfect in the center, that's alright too. I don't think anybody's going to walk up to your pillows and weigh them and measure them and, oh my goodness, this one's slightly different sized. One thing to remember when you are making your pillows, though, make sure you make your pillow to the correct size of your form. Okay, so now I have this. So I'm going to push this all back in. And then you have a couple of options for sewing it back together. So what I'm going to do is take and push it in and just match it up and stitch along here. You see that, oops, this other side is just stitched like with a serger. I'm not going to use my serger, I'm just going to use my sewing machine, and do just a straight seam line along here and then do a zigzag to just kind of keep everything from fraying. But I'm going to go do that on my sewing machine, and then I will come back and show you the finished product. Okay, just really quick, I want to show you, this is pinned up. I haven't sewn it yet, but I wanted to show you how I pinned it, because you want to be able to have this flap free, and like this, it's really hard to pull that and pull that. So I pinned it about an inch below the edge on both sides, so the pins are going with the fluff. So that leaves me with this whole tabby spot that I can sew. The other thing, whoops, I knocked one out. The other thing I noticed is that there's quite a lot of curve. If you want to take that out of your pillow, see how it's got that woo? You could actually sew these corners around so that they're a little bit rounder. You could do that on this side, taking out the excess, but it doesn't bother me too much, so I'm going to sew it like that. Anyway, so I wanted to show you those pins, and then I'm going to go and sew. All right, so it took me about 5 minutes to sew these up. So as you can see, I didn't do any finish on the edge because it's going to be inside of a pillow. However, I did do a straight stitch and then a zigzag stitch just inside on the seam allowance, and then I just trimmed off the excess. So there's one and there's two. A couple of tips for sewing: you're going to want to be holding with one hand and kind of smashing with the other so that it doesn't bind up on the various parts of your sewing machine. But pretty quick, pretty easy, and we're ready to make some nice pillows. And pillows are great because they can change the look of a room with just a couple of, a little bit of work, and it's fun, and it's a good holiday decoration thing as well. So look for my next videos on making pillows using my fabric, my line of fabric that I have online at my website, StephanieRitchieArt.com.